Who you? Man, I do what I do. Mind your business. I'm choking my.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers. This is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest. Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in the discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6, ah.
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that. Oh.
And that's Coit Tower, perched high atop Telegraph Hill here in San Francisco. We're just across the bay in Oakland for today's broadcast. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge. Special treat for our viewers this evening. The sports guy, Bill Simmons, is with us.
It's half of a special treat as Brent Barry is, but I'm going to do my best.
Brent Barry's pretty good,
He's
isn't
really good
he?
at stuff, yeah.
He reads you a lot.
Half a treat is better than a whole treat, right? I mean, come on.
Honored to be here.
It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. The chemistry of this Warriors team so special, Bill. Klay Thompson's unselfishness and the fact that he just lets the game come to him, a big part of that.
Super unselfish, doesn't care about his shots. A beloved teammate by all counts. He's the guy that all the other guys mention first when they talk about, hey, what warrior, ... and it's Klay. The answer is Klay to everything. Who's the most fun warrior? Who's the craziest warrior? Tell me a funny story about one of your teammates. It's always Klay. He just has so many thankless jobs for them. A lot of times he's guarding the best player in the other team. He's guarded point guards at some point during every run in the playoffs for them. And just a great guy to have on your team. It's hard to imagine the Warriors without him. I think at some point maybe the salary cap will dictate they can't keep all 4 of these guys, and Klay is always the logical candidate to, you trade him, you turn him into 2 cheaper, younger pieces. But I
hate to see him leave there.
Well, and leave Curry, because the thing with him and Curry together, it's been such a unique combo to have 2 of the best 3 shooters in the league in the same team.
Yes.
Their stats now together are starting to just crush everything. Like, they've made more threes than any other player in the playoff history.
Amazing. Oh my
They've made, 600, 700 threes a year, and they're just doing things together that we've never seen. I hope they stay together.
Me too. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Nurkic is out there with Aminu, and it's Wayman in at the 3 spot. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. Here's the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And it falls over the rim and in.
Yeah, we've seen highlights of the deep threes, and we know he can get to the rim, but McCollum's mid-range game, well, that's something special. Impressive there.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City. To the inside, outside for Durant. Over Aminu, takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Durant's got his second bucket tonight. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
Well, you challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And
that's
you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people, and they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Plus, maybe they've kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years. Well, they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose. But what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true, yeah. I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. Mm-hmm. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you've passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%.
2K. This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 2007. I called it the Entertaining as Hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10. In each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that because you could get good money from that to maybe shorten the season.
Great
which
idea.
would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Now, here's Aminu following the shot by Kevin Durant, and he gets it to go.
That's a great look for Aminu, who has the athleticism and long arms to do damage inside.
Curry against Lillard. Curry kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Green. Outside Curry. And they call an illegal screen here. We were talking about the length of the NBA season and various opinions on shortening it. I suppose, Bill, one argument is that you want regular season games to be more significant, and you want that regular season to mean something every night.
Mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make the pace, I don't know. When you get after the All-Star break, you can really feel these guys slogging through it. You know, and especially the good teams, like a team like Golden State. All they did all year was whine and complain. Oh, well, we know this is going to be a hard season. Can't be that hard. You have 4 of the best 20 players. Like, settle down. I think you'll be fine. You're winning every game by 30 points.
Yeah.
But I wish they would tighten the season.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74, of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time, like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. Feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they'd never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
Here's Lillard after the Warriors pick up 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Knocked loose. Over Hood. Shot's good by Durant. Durant's got 6 points.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
McCollum up top. He's covered by Iguodala. And Looney sends it back. Durant, the pass to Jerebko. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, defender a little bit off balance against Lillard, and most defenders are, let's face it, results in a trip to the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Throw good, Damian Lillard. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, you know, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the 3 ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers. Seth Curry.
On defense, Portland. 3-point lead. Here is Durant. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Oklahoma City.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on.
Right.
I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in LA, I think CBS was only showing like 6 or 7 regular season games.
Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I could see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later. So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 7.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Bill, Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Al Livingston following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Shot clock at 5, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Crazy long strides there from KD. Once he gets by you on the drive, see you later.
And 1:01 left to play in the first. To the middle, here's McCollum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McCollum's got 9 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Jerebko kicks to Durant. And there's the pass to Looney. Hood against Durant. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Outside Curry. McCollum outside. Here's Cantor. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
And here is Durant. Fires from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Kevin Durant provided insight into the chemistry of a team chock full of competitors.
You know, there's times where we argue and times where guys want to, throw blows, but that's a part of just being around guys for so long. And, but it's fun. It's fun learning more about yourself as a leader, as a player, and I think that's my next evolution.
And the mix of personalities for this Warriors team, part of what makes them tick.
Different leadership voices, all committed to winning. And I think within that mix, Durant is able to find his place and his voice.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
I I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
He's got Durant, Cook out there with Iguodala, and it's Looney in at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5. Back to Iguodala. Outside Durant. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Portland.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Free throw good by Curry. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Cook kicks it to Looney. Outside, Green. Pass to Iguodala. From down in the low post, it goes.
Good high release that time from Andre Iguodala, easily getting the shot over the defense.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Back to Hood for 3. The shot comes out, and Golden State will come the other way. Now we've seen some top prospects forgo college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League, and do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's set up.
And they're bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation we're in now with the one-and-done guys. They go to college. They show up in September. They're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is March 20th?
Right.
And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Cook kicks to Jones. Outside, Green. Pass to Thompson. That one doesn't go. Curry with some nice D. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Milwaukee. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
Here's Hood after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Harkless with the bucket.
Assist goes to Rodney Hood.
Warriors trail by 3. Here is Cook. Out to the right wing. Takes the 3. McKinney, no good. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Curry is inside. Feeds it to Hood. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Cook dishes to Thompson. Back to Cook. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And for that Raptors game, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going.
Stephen Curry, who's checked in for Quinn Cook. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Collins. Jake Layman comes in for Rodney Hood, and Lillard subbed in for Seth Curry. Here's Layman. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
That's his second personal.
Aminu against Green. Harkless finds Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 6 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Lillard, and Thompson sends it back.
Klay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
It's stolen by Jones. Thompson in the corner. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. 7 points in the game.
It just feels like Klay Thompson, every shot that he shoots, he's got great balance. That one looked good.
Lillard looking around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Curry against Lillard. From past the arc, another 3 for Golden State.
If you're the D, you cannot let Curry do that. So you're using that handle to get where he wants to go on the floor.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. That one off the back iron and out.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
For the Trailblazers, Leonard comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Harkless.
Myers Leonard.
Leonard kicks to Layman, and they get it. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Now here's Jones, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. The Warriors making a switch here.
Jonas Jerebko. Sean Livingston.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. Misses in close. The Warriors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Lillard against Curry. Takes the 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Leonard fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Golden State.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Livingston with it. Back to Curry. Over Lillard. Pocket 6. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. Portland trailing here. Lillard, the pass to Leonard. To the left wing. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Curry against Lillard. Curry kicks to Jerebko. Now here's Curry. He's tightly guarded. Aminu against Durant. Shot clock at 6. No good from the wing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And Portland turns it over again. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting team. The Trailblazers third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They host the Kings after this game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. The feed now to Durant. Over Aminu. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on the scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
Portland shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Durant. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
McCollum outside. Shoots over Livingston, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 11 points.
Just like it when he gets in there, McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
Curry looking it over. Passes it to Jerebko. Lets it go with a three. That one's not going to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Layman. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Here's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
Well, you got to recognize how dangerous a scorer this young player is. McCollum gets in rhythm and stays there.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Curry against Lillard. Curry attacking. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Can't hit from 12. Warriors trail by 4.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, when Curry plays like this, there's an effortlessness to how he approaches the game, and he makes every facet look easy, not just the shooting.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 15 points last outing. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to McCollum. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Trailblazers leading by just 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts was the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
The 3-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the 3, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Blazers known for their explosive offense, but Brent, their defense became one of the stronger in the league.
Yeah, I think that's what propelled them to the third seed, top 5 last season in a lot of defensive metrics, great rebounders and a good job of challenging shots. They play in a bit of a drop position where they're always protecting the paint and not overextending themselves. It's been successful for the coaching staff.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Nurkic, and it's Layman in at the small forward position. Outside, Jones. Right side, Green. 4 on the clock. Here's Durant, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Durant's got 16 points.
What a difference it makes to have someone like Kevin Durant on the floor with his sixth sense to launch the shot before the clock can expire.
Now the pass to McCollum. Shoots over Curry. McCollum, no good.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch-and-shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
Portland trailing here. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's McCollum off the drive. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Jones. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They host the Clippers after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. The Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Durant comes to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Minu finds Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. 12 points for him.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Outside Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you played.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent, And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Aminu. To the middle. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Curry. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. The Warriors making a switch here. Cook's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Aminu. Harkless comes in for Jake Layman. And Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Durant the pass to Cook. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's his first foul. Here is Durant. He's got 19. Six on the shot clock. Thompson outside with the shot. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Trailblazers shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Golden State's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And 12 points for Klay Thompson.
Never see Klay Thompson react too much. Very calm, very cool. And he's collecting points right now.
Outside Hood. It's stolen by Green. Thompson for the triple. Again, the miss by Thompson.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Hood on the wing. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And Jones sends it back. And they'll keep possession. He had a nice open look right there. Collins has got 5 now.
That's good focus from the Bosnian Bear getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Outside, Green, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And let's check out the numbers for Lillard. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, putting up about 24 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
And finished off by Collins.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession. Zach Collins, the Gonzaga product, one that the Blazers moved up in the draft to acquire because they just felt he would be optimal in this kind of offense, especially playing alongside dynamic guards. And they brought him along slowly last year, and towards the end of the season showed great potential.
And that one misses. And with most players his size, it'll take some time. This team knows to be patient with Collins.
Yeah, 7-footer with the ability to shoot the ball. He's got to have some confidence in his role, which last year came along very slowly. The one thing that I've seen from Zach Collins, though, in his rookie campaign is he's not afraid of anything. Great moments in the playoffs and stepped up to compete.
Here's Lillard. The Warriors making the shot. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
Durant kicks to Green. Pass to McKinney. Just 5 on the clock. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kanter's checked in. Trailblazers leading by 3. Now Hood. That That's a 2 from Lillard. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often. Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Now Durant, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
I don't think he saw the hand in his face, just focused on the rim. Great shooting window, got into a rhythm and drained it.
Durant finds Thompson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. The Warriors have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Myers Leonard comes in for Zach Collins, and McCollum subbed in for Harkless. And that one falls for Looney.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. Passes to McCollum. Pulls up from the corner. Good. He hits the jump shot. McCollum's got 17 now. Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those 2 guys in place.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Possessing the length and explosiveness to do just that. Leonard looks good when he's taking it hard to the rack.
Outside Durant. Iguodala outside. Here's Looney, 6 to shoot. Cantor against Durant. The shot, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Down low. Hood for 3. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Iguodala's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Thompson kicks to Cook. The pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State. Back to Cook. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. From the wing. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Here's Lillard after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Here's Leonard. Warriors with the rebound.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Thompson misses. Portland leading. And it's Hood in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 6 points for Rodney Hood.
It's a way to be ready offensively for the pass. It's pretty clear that Rodney was ready to shoot it once he caught it.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
Now here's Iguodala. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. It's Curry outside. No good there. Nice D from Lillard. McCollum outside. Over Livingston. Buries the jump shot. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And this is part of the patience of C.J. McCollum. In-air adjustments with the defender on him. You have to like that body control.
And a deep three from Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
McCollum finds Aminu. Lillard against Curry. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Tries again. The Trailblazers rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Curry, Iguodala out there with Jerebko, and there's Livingston, and it's Jones in at the center. That's the Warriors' 5. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Stephen Curry.
That's one of the game's greatest three-point shooters, so don't be shocked.
Now here's McCollum. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Second chance shot. From outside the arc, here's Cantor, and it's blocked. Now here's Curry. Outside, Jones. Iguodala left side. 5 on the clock. And Layman pulls it down. Layman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard producing right now and finding ways to torch this defense, just filling up the stat sheet.
Curry against Lillard. And Curry, here we go. And that one drops for him.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Stephen Curry. Goes up on the high post, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 21 in the game.
He is a lethal all-around scorer. You have to love the versatility of McCollum's offensive game.
Curry finds Jones. Now here's Livingston. He is guarded by McCollum. Here's Iguodala, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, Iguodala is still a high flyer. That's what he looks to do when he gets to the inside.
Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Livingston. And the basket by McCollum.
He's just so efficient, getting his points within the flow of the offense. Great recipe for success.
Curry against Lillard. Up top, Curry. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Now, what a take by Steph there. Superb at keeping the ball under his control and then scoring.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. McCollum outside. Back to Kanter. He feeds it to Aminu. Lillard against Curry. And it falls over the rim and in. And that's now 25 points for Lillard.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic is checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
That's a strong finish from Draymond Green. Those are the kind of plays where he likes to flex on. Draymond Green, the 35th pick. Wow, imagine that, back in 2012. And overlooked as maybe not having a position, maybe being too small. I don't think his coach at Michigan State would have said any of those things about the versatility and the blueprint that was ideal for the Golden State Warriors to put him into this lineup with these great shooters.
And we'd seen the rise of the spread 4, but Green is something altogether different.
Yeah, he's not a catch-and-shoot 4-man. He's more of a skilled 4-man, rebounding the ball, pushing it up on the break. Steve Kerr likes to use him in the offense as the conduit at the top of the key. He can attack a closeout, get into the rim, can throw lobs to guys on the inside. Just the things that he does can punish a defense with how versatile he is.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Livingston. Nurkic kicks to Aminu. Back to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Now here's Curry. There's the dish to Livingston. Pass to Green. Curry against Lillard. Puts up a 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Warriors. Curry against Lillard. McCollum outside. This one for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston.
Klay Thompson.
Warriors trail by 5. And here is Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. It's stolen by Green.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Steph Curry go to the line right here. It's on Damian Lillard. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a 2-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured calm and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
And take a look at the history of the Portland Trail Blazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
Now here's Curry following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Curry against Lillard. Green deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Durant finds Curry. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Lillard, the pass to Aminu. He kicks to Nurkic. Inside, pass to Aminu. McCollum against Curry. Aminu passes it to Layman. From downtown, trains the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now, here's Thompson. It's Durant on the wing. He dishes it to Green. And Green slams it in.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A pass to Nurkic. Dishes it to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Durant kicks to Curry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Curry's got 34.
Where hasn't he scored from? Inside, outside, in between game, driving to the hoop. Steph doing it all right here.
Back to Lillard over Thompson. Wow, way off on that one. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Durant attacking. That puts them in the lead. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
Love the way Durant just goes after the jugular there. He's used to nailing those game changers.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Shoots over Curry. McCollum, no good.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. It's an excellent job.
Now here's Curry. Thompson outside. There's the 3. Not going to go that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Testament to the savvy of McCollum. The defender bites on his subtle move, then is left with no choice but to foul him.
Throw good, McCollum.
And this has been an area of great improvement for him. McCollum shot under 70% at the line in each of his first 2 seasons, but really picked up his pace since then.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Durant against Aminu. Durant kicks to Curry. Pass to Green. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Outside Durant. 5 to shoot. Another shot. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
Kevin Durant. 2.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Portland again missing. The Warriors lead it. Curry with it. They kick it out to Green. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 31 points.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Now here's Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Warriors. Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. So making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Thompson against Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. Free throw line jump shot. Aminu.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play.
Thompson in the corner. Back to Curry. by Nurkic.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Curry. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game time. Pass to Green. Kicks it out to Jones. Over Aminu. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Durant with the steal. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
To force OT. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Steph, you guys were down. How did you get back, and what did you do to spark your team?
I don't know, just be aggressive. That's all we do. Shots are going to fall as long as we got defensive stops and kept ourselves in the game. That we have enough talent on this team to turn the tide. So it says a lot about who we are and what our mission is this year.
Great win, Steph. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.